Megalodon, the lord of the deep sea. Have you ever heard this name? Millions of years ago, long before humans walked the earth, a monstrous predator ruled the oceans without rival. It wasn't a dragon, nor a mythical beast, but a real shark, larger and more terrifying than anything alive today. With a body stretching up to 20 meters and the strongest bite force in Earth's history, Megalodon was a living nightmare beneath the waves. Though it vanished millions of years ago, the name Megalodon continues to spark debate among scientists, inspire blockbusters, and stir endless curiosity. Did it truly go extinct? And if not, could we still be sharing the oceans with a giant? 1. Overview. Time period and geological context. Miocene to Pliocene to 3 million years ago. This was a transitional era marked by significant climatic and marine changes. Warm, nutrient-rich oceans supported an abundance of marine life, especially early whales, allowing Megalodon to evolve into one of the largest predators in Earth's history. Environmental shifts. The onset of polar ice formation and the cooling of ocean currents during the late Miocene gradually altered marine ecosystems and prey distribution, likely contributing to Megalodon's eventual extinction. Scientific name and meaning. Otodus megalodon. Otodus, formerly classified under Carcharodonts, refers to an early shark genus. Oto means ear, referencing primitive anatomical features. Megalodon comes from Greek, mega equals large, odon equals tooth, highlighting its most iconic fossil evidence, teeth up to 18 centimeters long. The name emphasizes how scientists study sharks through teeth rather than skeletons, since sharks are mostly cartilage, which doesn't fossilize easily. Teeth provide the clearest link to Megalodon's size, diet, and identity. Apex predator status. Top of the food chain, Megalodon was the undisputed apex predator of its time, with no natural enemies in the ocean. Ecological role. It regulated populations of smaller sharks, seals, and early whales, maintaining balance in prehistoric marine ecosystems. In many ways, Megalodon played a role similar to lions or tigers on land. Legacy of dominance. When Megalodon disappeared, it created an ecological vacuum, allowing modern predators, like the great white shark, to expand their presence and influence. The overview section not only presents impressive statistic size, time range, name, but also places Megalodon in a broader context. From climate-driven evolution to its critical role in marine food chains, it helps us understand why Megalodon is more than a monster. It's a symbol of evolutionary power, extinction, and ecological change. To size and power. Colossal size, the giant of the ocean. Length. Based on fossilized teeth and vertebrae, Megalodon is estimated to have reached 15 to 20 meters, 50 to 65 feet in length, about the size of a large bus, and roughly 3 times the size of a great white shark. Weight. Estimated between 50 and 100 tons, making it as heavy as 13 Asian elephants. Teeth. It had up to 5 rows with more than 250 teeth, each up to 18 centimeters 7 inches long. Triangular, serrated, and perfect for slicing through flesh and crushing bone. Bite force, a nightmare for bones. Estimated bite force. Between 108,000 minus 182,000 newtons, roughly 18 to 20 tons per square inch. For comparison, saltwater crocodile, approximately 16,000 n. Great white shark, approximately 18,000 n. Megalodon's bite was 10x stronger than the great white and 6 to 7x stronger than a crocodile. With this power, Megalodon could shatter the rib cage of a small whale in seconds, or precisely sever fins to disable its prey, making it one of the most efficient predators ever. A body designed for predation. Build. Megalodon had a robust, muscular body, capable of generating immense power without sacrificing speed. Large tail fins, streamlined proportions, and an enormous jaw made it ideal for sudden ambushes, attacking from below or behind. Similar to the great white shark, but much more terrifying. Its cartilage-based skeleton made it more flexible in deep water than bony fish. Biological significance. Megalodon represented the ultimate combination of size, speed, and strike strategy, making it arguably the most effective marine predator in Earth's history. Its strength wasn't just physical, it was evolutionary perfection. Fast kills, dominant territory, and control over the food chain. The size and power section highlights why Megalodon wasn't just a big shark, it was a peak predator, a symbol of evolutionary mastery, unmatched in size, force, and dominance. In the prehistoric seas, no creature escaped once Megalodon began the hunt. Three. Habitat and diet. Habitat. A global oceanic ruler. Worldwide distribution. Fossilized megalodon teeth have been discovered across the globe, in North and South America, Europe, Africa, and Southeast Asia including Vietnam. This confirms that Megalodon once roamed tropical and subtropical oceans, showing remarkable adaptability. Warm coastal waters and open ocean. Megalodon thrived in warm, shallow waters rich in prey, especially near coastlines where whales, seals, and sea turtles were abundant. However, it could also travel far offshore to hunt in deeper seas. Seasonal migration. Like modern sharks, Megalodon likely followed ocean currents and whale migrations, making long-distance journeys across thousands of kilometers in search of prey. Diet. The massive menu of a megapredator. Primary prey included prehistoric whales, for example, Basilosaurus, Cetatherium, large fish, for example, tuna, giant rays, early seals and sea lions, smaller sharks, giant sea turtles. Hunting strategy. Attack from below or behind, much like the modern great white shark, but with even greater power. Targeted tail fins or underbellies to immobilize prey. Used its crushing bite force to shatter rib cages or break spinal columns with a single strike. A solitary hunter. Unlike predators that hunt in packs, Megalodon was a lone apex predator, controlling vast territories on its own and dominating all marine life in its path. Ecological impact. The ocean's balancer. As the top predator in its ecosystem, Megalodon played a key role in regulating the populations of medium-sized whales, seals, and rival sharks. It helped maintain ecological balance, preventing the overpopulation of certain species. After its extinction, it's believed that some whale populations surged, and modern great white sharks evolved to fill the top predator niche. Megalodon was far more than a giant shark. It was a master navigator of the seas, a perfect solo hunter with global reach, and a precision predator with unmatched efficiency. If the prehistoric ocean was a kingdom, Megalodon was the unseen emperor, fierce, unrivaled, and untouchable. Four. Why did Megalodon go extinct? Global climate change. The oceans grew cold. By the end of the Pliocene epoch around 3.6 million years ago, Earth entered a phase of permanent polar ice formation. As a result, ocean temperatures dropped sharply, especially in coastal waters where Megalodon once thrived. Warm water zones shrank, taking away its ideal habitat. Whales and marine prey migrated to colder, deeper regions, far beyond Megalodon's preferred range. In short, Megalodon relied on warm waters. When the seas grew cold, it lost both its home and its hunting grounds. Decline of prey. Smaller, smarter whales. Many of Megalodon's key prey species, prehistoric whales, either went extinct or evolved into smaller, faster, deeper diving species. As prey became less abundant, harder to catch, and inhabiting colder waters, Megalodon's survival grew increasingly difficult. The result, a massive predator with no easy targets eventually starves. Survival competition. Rise of the great white. Around the same time, the modern great white shark Carcharodon carcharias began to thrive. Advantages. Smaller size equals lower energy needs. More agile and better adapted to cooler waters. Versatile diet. Could feed on scavenged carcasses and smaller fish. Faster evolutionary response to changing conditions. Megalodon was outpaced in adaptability and gradually lost its apex status to the great white. Biological limits of size. Megalodon's gigantic body required enormous daily caloric intake. As the climate cooled and food sources diminished, its massive size became a liability, not a strength. It likely couldn't evolve fast enough to shrink down or adapt its diet. Conclusion: size alone is not an advantage, especially when your environment no longer supports it. No modern evidence of survival. Despite speculation, there is no scientific evidence that Megalodon still exists. Oh, no modern teeth, no bodies, no sonar traces. Today's deep oceans are too cold, too dark, and too nutrient-poor to support a predator of that scale. Reminder: the extinction of Megalodon is part of natural selection. Those who can't adapt, disappear. Megalodon, once the undisputed ruler of the ancient seas, didn't vanish because it was defeated. It vanished because nature changed faster than it could evolve. This isn't just the story of a giant shark. It's a reminder that nothing lasts forever, except change. Five. Fossil evidence. Teeth. The most abundant and clear evidence. Megalodon teeth are the most commonly discovered fossils, with thousands of specimens found worldwide. They can reach up to 18 centimeters 7 inches in length, are large, triangular, thick, and serrated, perfectly designed to tear flesh and crush bone. Made primarily of enamel and dentin, these hard, durable materials fossilize easily, allowing Megalodon's teeth to survive for millions of years. Remember, if one part of Megalodon truly endures, it's the tooth, the direct proof of a giant once feared beneath the waves. Vertebrae. Rare but scientifically valuable. Megalodon's skeleton was made almost entirely of cartilage, which decomposes rapidly after death. Still, a few fossilized vertebrae have been discovered, much larger than those of any modern shark. These bones have allowed scientists to estimate its length, age, and growth rates. Why no full skeletons exist? Unlike dinosaurs and bony fish, sharks belong to a group of cartilaginous fish whose skeletons are soft and decay quickly. As a result, 99% of Megalodon fossils are teeth, with only a handful of vertebrae ever found. Interesting fact: a single Megalodon could shed thousands of teeth throughout its life, which explains why so many are found today. Global distribution of fossils. Megalodon teeth have been unearthed in North America, USA, Mexico, South America, Peru, Chile, Europe, Spain, Portugal, Africa, Morocco, and Southeast Asia, including Vietnam. This proves that Megalodon inhabited all major oceans, from coastal shallows to deeper offshore regions. Scientific and cultural value. Megalodon teeth are among the most highly sought-after fossils, found in museums, private collections, jewelry, and even auction houses. In science, these teeth are used to date geological layers stratigraphy, compare evolutionary traits with modern sharks, reconstruct the body shape, especially the giant head. Although Megalodon vanished millions of years ago, its fossilized teeth remain as messages from a forgotten ocean, whispering tales of a creature so massive and deadly, it ruled the seas like an invisible god. Megalodon's teeth aren't just fossils, they're symbols of raw power, ancient mystery, and nature's deep silence. Six. Does Megalodon still exist? Popular belief. The legend lives on. Many people believe that Megalodon might still exist in the unexplored depths of the ocean, hiding far from human reach. Reasons this idea continues to fascinate. Over 80% of the ocean remains unexplored, leaving much to the imagination. Occasional sonar scans or underwater shadows feed speculation. Movies like the Meg 2018 have reinforced this thrilling narrative. Fun fact: the silhouette of a giant creature beneath a boat is enough to awaken ancient fears in the human psyche. Scientific evidence so far? None. To date, there is no credible scientific evidence that Megalodon still exists. No modern teeth have been found. All known specimens are over 2.5 million years old. No carcasses, tissue, or DNA samples. No ecological footprints, a predator that massive would require huge amounts of food and would leave clear evidence waste, blood trails, ecosystem impact, etc. Biological and ecological limitations. Megalodon preferred warm, shallow seas, rich in prey, environments that have largely vanished or changed significantly. Deep ocean zones, often suggested as hiding places, are too cold for megalodon physiology, too scarce in large prey to support a 100-ton predator, too dark, making vision-based hunting nearly impossible. Why it's not like the coelacanth. Some point to the coelacanth, a prehistoric fish once thought extinct but rediscovered alive, so why not megalodon? The coelacanth is relatively small, energy efficient, and lives in deep, low competition environments. Megalodon, in contrast, was massive, high energy, and biologically impossible to hide in today's ecosystems. Current scientific consensus: extinct. Most paleontologists and marine biologists agree that megalodon went extinct between 2.6 and 3.6 million years ago. There is no sign that a creature of such scale and dominance could still exist in the modern ocean without detection. Megalodon still exists, not in the sea, but in our imaginations, in film, in myth. In the instinctive chill you feel whenever something massive stirs beneath the waves. It may no longer live, but it lives on forever in our deepest, oldest fears of the unknown sea. Seven. Biological and cultural significance. Biological significance: the perfection of predatory evolution. The pinnacle of shark evolution, megalodon was the ultimate result of millions of years of marine predator adaptation. Speed, power, bite force, body size, and hunting strategy, all maximized, it had no natural predators. Marine ecosystem regulator: as the apex predator, megalodon controlled the populations of smaller whales, ancient seals, and rival sharks. Its dominance maintained balance in prehistoric ocean food chains. After its extinction, ocean ecosystems reshuffled, allowing modern whales to thrive and diversify. A symbol of evolutionary limits, even the most dominant species can be undone by rapid environmental change. Megalodon is a sobering reminder that evolutionary power alone is not enough to ensure survival. Cultural significance: from fear to oceanic legend. A symbol of primal fear, megalodon embodies the terror of something lurking in the deep. Its image taps into human instinctive fear of dark, vast waters. Even long extinct, the mere idea of megalodon sparks a chill down the spine. Fuel for public imagination, featured in countless films: The Meg, Shark Attack, Jurassic Shark, Sea Beast, and more. The main character in books, comics, games, and collectible models. It evolved from apex predator to a metaphor for power, freedom, or even nature's revenge. A creature turned legend. Despite scientific consensus on its extinction, megalodon lives on in human minds as a blurry boundary between fact and folklore. It stands at the intersection of science, imagination, and survival instinct. Lasting impact. Education: megalodon helps introduce students to topics like evolution, extinction, and marine paleontology in a compelling way. Media and entertainment: a go-to icon for documentaries, blockbuster films, and mystery-filled storytelling. Fossil and collector market: megalodon teeth are among the most sought-after fossils, widely displayed in museums and private collections. Megalodon was never just a big prehistoric shark, it became a symbol. A symbol of ultimate strength, primal fear, and the fragile line between survival and extinction. Though lost to time, megalodon still lives on. In science, in stories, and in our imaginations. Conclusion: though it went extinct millions of years ago, megalodon continues to leave a deep mark on the human imagination. With dagger-sized teeth and a body up to 3 times the size of today's great white shark, it wasn't just the largest shark that ever lived. It became a symbol of raw power, primal fear, and the eternal mystery of the deep ocean. Today, While science confirms that Megalodon no longer exists, every time we descend into the dark, unexplored corners of the sea, we can't help but wonder, could something massive still be swimming in the shadows, just waiting to be seen? Megalodon may be gone, but the fear it left behind still swims in the depths of the ocean. Thank you very much for watching the whole video. Please leave me a comment on the topic you want to know about.